1933, Inverness, Scotland. The Highland air was cold that spring when the first whispers began. A couple driving along the grey waters of Loch Ness claimed they had seen something vast, rise from the lake's surface, only to sink again beneath the rippling waves. They spoke of it with trembling voices, describing not a fish, not a seal, but a creature with the shape of a long neck and a body that moved like a serpent from another age. The story spread quickly through the quiet town of Inverness, where the ruins of Urquhart Castle stood like a sentinel on the loch's edge. To locals, the idea was not so strange. For centuries, tales of a water horse haunted these shores. Old manuscripts from the 6th century described Saint Columba himself commanding a water beast back into the depths after it attacked a swimmer. The legend never died, it only waited. By the time scientists dismissed it as folklore, the loch began to answer with sightings. Fishermen swore their nets were pulled with a strength no eel or sturgeon could muster. Tourists took blurry photographs of humps breaking the water. At night, some claimed to hear the splash of something surfacing when the lake lay still as glass. But what gave the stories their edge was not just what was seen, it was what was lost. In 1954, a sonar survey recorded a massive object keeping pace with a boat, 500 feet beneath the surface. It moved too quickly, too deliberately, before vanishing. Researchers dismissed it, yet whispers grew. Perhaps something ancient had survived in the loch, hidden in its vast, dark trench. Still, the deeper history hinted at something darker than a biological relic. Locals spoke of sacrifices in the pagan age, offerings to spirits of the deep. Some said the waters never gave up what was taken, that the loch itself had become a vessel of grief and power. When road construction boomed in the 1930s, disturbing the earth around the shoreline, perhaps it stirred not just soil, but something that had been waiting. The chilling twist came decades later, when divers searching near the wreck of a World War II aircraft reported bones tangled in the mud. They were not human, not machine, but something long and curved, with sockets too large for any local animal. The bones were quickly removed and never spoken of again. To this day, Loch Ness remains more than a tourist site. Some believe the sightings are mistakes, tricks of water and imagination. Yet others whisper that the loch holds a memory older than mankind, a creature born not of evolution alone, but of centuries of fear, sacrifice, and myth woven into the waters. And when the mist drifts across the surface at dawn, curling like breath over the loch, many swear they see it, watching, waiting, reminding the living that the past does not always stay buried.